Yeah, I mean that's a great observation. In fact, that reminds me of another guest of mine, Nicholas Werner, and he the way he networks, and he's 25, turning 26, I think, if I remember right. And he's one of the most phenomenal networkers. But the whole networking is about giving back. So every time he spends 2 days about CompTIA certification, Security Plus or something, he just talks about like what he did, how he did it, right? And
Mm.
when I got him on the show, he was like, it's an obligation he feels. He sees, I mean, if I can help one person cut through the crap and be able to do faster than I did, that's success for me. I was like, I mean, I was blown away by his just thought process. But again, the other aspect, right, when you get past the ARS, get past is the interview process. And I go back to something that, again, hopefully he'll be a guest of mine, who's another hire of yours, Alexander. So the way you structured the interview process so that he felt included in that environment, so that he actually blew the minds of the interviewers, and so he's actually a full-time employee. Now that takes a lot of unlearning in the mindset of traditional interviewers, right? You have half an hour, you go and you look at the resume, you throw a bunch of questions, and you walk out there and give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down, versus what you did, right? Understanding where he's coming from, understanding that he has a typical interview process will not help him shine. So how do you make that mindset change so we have more Alexanders being welcomed into the workplace and shining?
Part of why I made that post was to celebrate Alex, because he came in and he did an outstanding job. And obviously that was kind of a unique situation, right? It was an opportunity that somebody knew I'd been through a similar journey, and I had the chance to meet Alex and talk about that journey. And through that, realized, here, this kid, he's smart. Like he's got something there. And H&R Block, being incredibly open-minded and flexible, allowed us to do something a little bit different with the intern program and bring him in and let him have that working interview. But part of the reason I made that post, and part of the reason I'm so happy that post got so much, I mean, it was shared and liked, and the number of DMs that came in were honestly heartbreaking. How many people have had similar journeys that weren't able to come in, right? But part of the reason I made that post is to bring awareness to that, because there's a lot of that. I mean, the interview is a snapshot. How do you know who they really are? Because you can't get to know somebody in 15, 20, 30 minutes. It's not possible, especially those who struggle with one-on-one interactions, or who, have other challenges in life that they have to maybe spend a little bit more time with or prepare better for. So I think a lot of that is bringing awareness to it and building a culture, like kind of like we had at H&R Block, where I was comfortable to come back and say, hey, Josh, hey, HR, unique situation, but I think it's worth it. And they were like, cool, go for it. Like, let's do it. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but let's try it. And I would love to see more companies move to that approach, because in this case, we had two really awesome interns for these two. And in both cases, they weren't, traditional in many ways, but they both worked out amazingly. Yeah. And that a lot of companies wouldn't have even brought them on board. It takes a company being willing to trust the judgment of their managers, of their own staff, and being willing to try new things.
Yeah, and just to double down on that, Carrick, I mean, neurodiversity is something that's just now starting to get more acceptance, and I think if there's one thing that we're learning, in this COVID time where we're working remotely, is that it's unlocking the capability for people who might struggle in a traditional office environment where you're surrounded by noise and distractions and things like that, to be able to work very effectively and be incredibly productive members of teams where they can work in a place where they feel more comfortable, right, in their home. We have several members of our team across the department that would fit into that category, and they're all tremendous people, and they're tremendous contributors, and they bring that passion to learn and passion for excellence every single day. And to lose out on something like that because someone doesn't do well in a traditional interview setting is just madness. That's we can't talk out of one side of our mouth about there's this huge shortage of InfoSec talent, and then on the other side of our mouth be like, oh, but I really wish we, this is within our power to change. And so, it's the old be the change you want to see in the world. Let's embrace this. And Carrick has done a masterful job of doing that, and we've landed some just some amazing talent as a result of that effort.